Hello, this is Doug Brook at NorthStar DHI Services. Today we're going to be looking at healthy dairy goals, specifically looking at udder health goals. The goals we're going to be looking at today: new infection rates after a test day 6% or less, chronic mastitis infection rates 6% or less, cows newly infected in the dry period 10% or less, and bulk tank somatic cell counts of 200,000 or less. First place I'm going to go today would be my reports. I'm going to look at herd summary 202, preview that report. I have here a couple charts to take a look at. Current somatic cell count summary is listed here for 3 lactation groups. Also the mastitis summary for the whole herd, looking at scores and actual counts. The next place I'm going to be looking at would be cow graphs. I'm going into the cow graphs in PCDART. I'm going to choose previous SCC versus current SCC. Now I have a scatter plot. I'm going to uncheck this show line. Now check the crosshairs line, and I'm going to move this crosshair line to 4 and 4 of linear score. So these cows in the upper right quadrant are chronic mastitis cows because their somatic cell count was high this test day and last test day. These cows in the bottom right quadrant are cured. Now they have in this current test day a low cell count. These are newly infected cows in the upper left. Our chart down on the bottom right tells me percentages of cows in each one of these quadrants. So I've got 23% here in chronic, and I got 2.2% here in newly infected, where our goals that I'm shooting for: new infection rate 6% or less, chronic mastitis infection rate 6% or less. The next thing I'm going to be looking at would be cows newly infected through the dry period. I need to go ahead and go to my cow graphs and choose user defined graphs. I am going to create a report and a graph that's titled Last Lactation Somatic Cell Count versus First Test Day Somatic Cell Count. Database items I'm going to use: 210 on my x-axis for previous lactation last SCC, and 404 on my y-axis for test day 1 SCC, the first test day of a lactation. Once I've created that report, I'm going to plot it. Here again, I will uncheck the line, put in some crosshairs. Still looking at linear score 4 and 4. These are cows that 8.4% of the cows still have a chronic mastitis, even though they came through the dry period for some treatments. We got cows over here in the upper left that are newly infected. That's at 4.8%. Our goal at this point would be 10% or less, so we're pretty much fit ourselves into that goal. There's a standard report that is 147, yearly herd summary. For each one of the test days for this past year, looking at the somatic cell counts for ranges 1 through 3 or 7 through 9, and have an actual cell count for this herd. If we're looking for 200,000 or less, this herd is going the wrong way. But anyway, that gives me an indication of what my somatic cell count on a bulk tank range would be, looking at the individual cow's somatic cell count per test day. This is Doug Brook at NorthStar DHI. Thank you.